Hi, this is China Yo-Yo Man. Today we're going to be doing a full review of the Haia by Wehaveyo. So I have been loving this yo-yo over the past couple of weeks. You saw my unboxing and my first reaction of that. There's a few things that I want to discuss regarding this yo-yo by pointing out another few yo-yos that will help you understand a little bit of how this thing plays. So first off, this is the monkey finger conspiracy. And the first thing that I noticed was the similarities in these two yo-yos. So they've got the exact same diameter and the exact same width, and their weight is fairly similar. The main difference between these two is this is more curved on the inside, so a little bit more comfortable on the catch, and of course a really cool colorway, whereas this one doesn't have that inner dip. And so I would say that this plays very similar to this in size, but this has a little bit more power than this one does, and this one plays a little bit more light and a little bit on the more maneuverable side. So this is, to me, this plays like a faster, slightly less comfortable conspiracy. And granted, there's a big difference in colorway and finish, but this yo-yo is about $100 and this one is $25. So the play-wise is what I'm trying to get at, is that the Haia plays at the level of a high-end yo-yo. And granted, most yo-yos now, from low to high on the price scale, can all perform. But there's nuances that help you determine how a yo-yo will play and how it will fit with your play style. So one thing that I always look for in a yo-yo is how well it achieves balance, but then uses that balance to also give it a unique feel. If a yo-yo is too balanced on the scale, then it will feel kind of dead, and you won't really get that much enjoyment out of the way that the yo-yo plays. But if it isn't balanced at all, then you can get something that's overly heavy. It will have a good spin time, but it's overly heavy and doesn't like to move that well. Or you can get something overly light. It plays really fun, but it doesn't have the spin times that you require. This yo-yo fits me very well because it hits that balanced mark, but then it moves it towards the lighter end of that. And I like light yo-yos. I like yo-yos that can move quickly, but maintain a good spin time and a good stability. That's what this does. It plays really fun because it's able to play light enough to give it a really fun and maneuverable feeling, but it's also very surprising on how stable it is based on its shape. And so for me, this yo-yo ticks all the boxes for the perfect everyday carry yo-yo. And what I mean by that is an everyday carry yo-yo is a yo-yo that I would be okay taking with me anywhere and would enjoy at any place. I've had other yo-yos that I've tried where I've taken with me everywhere, and it's been hard because I'm very almost, I don't like hurting my yo-yos. It scares me and it makes me sad whenever I get anything on a yo-yo. Part of that is that I spend a lot of money on yo-yos. So with this being $25, it fits in the cheap enough category that I can be less afraid about what happens to it. It also has an extremely hard finish. The finish on this yo-yo is similar to a Pyramat, but it feels like it has a couple of extra coats on there. So it has a very hard finish that feels extremely durable. I haven't hit it against anything, but I feel like if I did, it would be able to handle it very well. Another thing that is a box for me for an everyday carry is a yo-yo that isn't too wide. If it's super wide, that's why I brought out the recognition. If it's super wide, like a recognition, it's got like an extra little bit on that. It doesn't fit in your pocket as well, and kind of and makes it annoying to carry around with you. This is just at the right width where it stays catchable while being able to fit in your pocket. Granted, if you're looking for something that's more competition oriented, this can do everything you want and is a very good practice thing. But if you're going to compete with something, you're going to do better with something like the recognition, which is a little bit wider and a little bit heavier. So this has a stronger spin time and is more stable and more catchable, while this is more fun and fast and light. So it still has really, really strong spin times. Don't get me wrong with that, but the recognition has an extremely, extremely powerful spin time. So comparing this to that makes you think that, okay, if you want to go for competition, go for a competition. If you're looking for an everyday carry throw, this is what I recommend, and this is what you should get. $25. Really, really good price for the way that this thing performs. Enough of me talking about it here. Let me play with it and share with you some thoughts there. Okay, this is the Haia by Wehaveyo. Okay, so as I was talking about, this achieves a good level of balance while still being light. That makes it so it can move rather quickly. But if you mess up, it doesn't tilt obnoxiously. Okay, let me release some string tension. And so, like, in the past, what I've used for everyday carry throws have been yo-yos that I don't care as much about. So, yo-yos that I don't like the way that they play. And so, switching out for this, that plays really well and really fun, has allowed me to play with yo-yo a little bit more than I would in the past. Still a bit of string tension. I probably need to switch the string out soon. But as you can see, this thing keeps spinning for a long time. And so, like, I've never had a problem with spin times at all with this. But I also enjoy how quickly it can change its direction. So let's show you some gyroscopic flops. Balance really nicely, still spinning well. Grinds-wise, grinds decently. It doesn't have the best grind finish because it is more of a, as I said, like a harder coat rather than being something that's smoother. It still grinds about as well as like a pure matte finish, but it's not on the level of something that's super bead blasted or yeah, something along those lines. It doesn't have a super heavy blast, so grinds are doable, but not what this yo-yo is made for. Again, I really like it as an everyday carry throw. Finger spins, it handles them decently. I'm very bad at finger spins, as you just saw, but you can do them even though it does have the engraving on there. And really, this has been one of my go-to yo-yos of the past couple weeks, and it really is just super fun, spins a really long time, and it's $25. So I recommend this highly. If you're in that price range, you don't want to go quite to the $40 range, but want something that plays really well and can take you to the next level, like a first metal, this is perfect for that. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Get a Haia, you won't regret it. It's a really enjoyable throw. And, thank you for watching.